So I'm one of the partners of Virescent Ventures, and we are a relatively new firm with a longer history. Originally at the Clean Energy Finance Corporation, and we spun out to create Virescent Ventures. There's just no doubt we do need a lot of carbon capture. We need forms of drawdown in order, given the time frame that we need to meet, our emissions reduction time frame. And I don't see that as it's not to replace reducing emissions. We absolutely have to. Ultimately the solution is to reduce emissions that we're creating, but actually given the time frame we need to, we really need to accelerate, solutions like in agriculture, also around other forms, capturing into, whether it's rock weathering or other forms of CO2 capture, direct air capture, that kind of thing. As an investor, we always try to look at solutions that make sense regardless of the policy setting. But I think there's no doubt that when you have really, really strong policies and intervention, really clear direction around that, the huge impact that can have on really giving confidence to the broader investor landscape, really unlocking a lot of capital. And I think a really great example of that at the moment is around the capacity investment scheme. This is a really clear example of a government policy really designed to try and unlock that, give a lot of certainty, get the capital flowing again, get the projects flowing again. The evolution's really been quite stark and, really positive. I think we're seeing, just the sheer volume of entrepreneurs coming into the sector. Certainly a lot more focus from corporates on really needing these solutions. So when we first started investing, it was very much all around, so 6 years ago, very much around pilots and interest in the technology, but not really strong commercial pull. What we are now seeing, and particularly in the energy sector, but across all sectors, is really strong commercial pull for these solutions. And that's really been, across a framework of again, I'll come back to kind of policies and of targets globally, really looking for accelerating those solutions. Australia has leading rooftop solar penetration. We have abundant renewable energy sources. And we are moving relatively fast on that. So I think, what does that mean for climate tech? Well, this is a great test bed for all of the many software and hardware solutions, which leads me into my next point around actually the quality of research in Australia is very high. Australian universities consistently perform well on a global stage, but we haven't historically commercialised that as often. So we're starting to see that really coming through. The third one I'd kind of call out is around other natural resources. Australia is fortunate enough to have so many resources that can feed into the transition. I'm really looking forward to seeing people I already know and meeting new people as well. I thought the energy in the room was fantastic last year, and so really looking forward to it.